Hi guys, in this video I'll show you how to configure the field level permissions in a form, and for the example I'm going to use the new leave request form that we have built already. So in this process there are four stages. The first one, it's going to be the new, when a record has been just created, that is a new request. Then it's going to be moved to the second stage, which is escalated to manager, and then the next one is submitted for approval, and then the fourth is either approved or reject. So I'll go to the editor mode right here, and as you can see there are five different sections. Let's see, yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 different sections. I can view the sections using this button on the right. So there are four sections in this form, and then if I go to workflow, I will be able to start setting the fields permission. So let's say that I go to the stage new, and what I have here is that the requesters have access to the new stage. They can create records here, and the field level permission, we have these icons here to configure the field level permission. So in this case, the requester can view and can edit the employee field. For the department field, the requesters can also view and edit this field, and same thing for the leave type. The requesters can view and edit, and same thing for the dates, same thing for comments for manager. But then it comes the next section, which is comments for approver. And what I expect here is that the managers send a comment to the approver, not the requesters. So the requesters will not be able to view this comment, and therefore they won't be able to edit these comments. They don't know even that this field exists. They won't be able to view, and they won't be able to edit this record. Okay, and then with the button, I'm saying here that this will be escalated to the stage escalated to manager. Very good. Okay, now let's go to the next stage, which is escalated to manager. Only the managers will have access to the records in this stage, and here the story changes a little bit. So the employee details, we already have the employee details that the requesters put in. So the managers, in this case, they will be able to view, but they cannot edit this field. Same thing for the department, they can view and they cannot edit this field. Same thing for the description, they can view but they cannot edit. And then the dates. Now let me show you one more thing, now that I hope that we already understood the field permission. I can also set the permissions to the whole section. So this is the dates section, and in the dates section there are two fields. So instead of going one by one configuring the field level permission, I apply it to the section, and by consequence this configuration will be applied to every single field within the section, in this case within the dates section. As you can see, from and to will be visible, but will not be editable for the managers. And then the comments for manager will be visible but won't be editable. And then the comments for approver, yes, it will be visible, and they can also type in the comments here. And then the button is saying that the submit will go to the next stage, which is submitted for approval. Okay, and then submitted for approval, only the approvers have access, and they should be able to view the information only. Okay, and if it applies, if it's all good, then they approve or they reject. this record. Alright, and that is how we configure the field level permission in a form. Okay, now I'm going to show you this with an example. I'll go to the end user environment. I go to create a new leave request record, and I am a requester right now, and that is why I have access to create this record. So let's search for an employee. Alright, let's select the department, sales, and then leave type, the dates, let's say June the 1st to June 15. Okay, and then if you remember, as a requester, I have access to leave a comments for the manager, but I do not have access to the next section or to the next field, which is comments for approver, because only the managers have access to that field, which is comments for approver. So I will go ahead and leave a comment here for the manager. Please review and approve my annual vacations, for instance. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is to escalate this to the manager. Alright, I cannot view the records because it's on a stage that I do not belong to. I have now accessed the application as a manager, and therefore the records that I can view are those that are on the escalated for manager as status, as you can see here, escalated to manager, and this is the one that we are working with. So if you remember, we configure these employee and department fields to be visible but non-editable. I'm clicking everywhere here, and I cannot make any changes at all. Same thing for the description. I cannot edit this field. I cannot make any change. Same thing for the dates. Even if I'm clicking, I cannot change anything. Comments for approver, comments for manager are visible but non-editable. But then the comments for approver, I am a manager right now. The comments for approver is visible, but it's also editable, like I configured it. So what I have to do is to click on the edit button, and then I should be able to add some comments for the approver. So this is my comments as manager. Please approve. Alright, I save the changes, and then this record has moved to the next status, which is submitted for approval. And that is how the field level permission works. I hope this video is useful for you. Don't hesitate to leave us a comment in case you have a question, and I'll be happy to further assist you. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.